Thanks, guys, for joining the second part. So now what we're going to do, we just to give reiterate what we are doing currently, we have a to-do React app that uses React scripts over here. And what we are trying to do basically that we are going to convert it to use Esbuild instead of using the default React scripts over here that internally uses Webpack in order to make our builds faster, like 100 times faster than what React basically provides. So first thing forward, what we have done, we have a simple to do React app which is available on GitHub. I just cloned it over here and I did npm install, right? So now let me run it first of all. So I just cloned it over here and I ran it. So it uses React scripts, internally uses Webpack. So it is using Webpack here to bundle this React application and run it, right? And just see the amount of time it's taking internally to basically convert it. And you will see also like at the end of the video when we have really converted it into a ES build app, you will see a measurable difference that you can feel basically while using ES builds. So in a nutshell, ES builds are the future, and I believe this will all be dead. Webpacks, parcel, and everything will all be dead in the coming years, right? Because we need more fast, we need more speeds, and I think this is the future, right? So if you see, it's still running, right? I guess it has started a development server. Okay, awesome. Let's see how much time does it more it takes. Okay, it's still running. Okay, that's quite it's quite slow. Let's okay, it has started the development server. Okay, so it's a bit slower, but yeah, that's what it is right now. The available options that we had basically, right? So just to reiterate, this is a simple to do React app that uses React scripts. Create React script CRA. CRA is something which is a tool chain provided from React official, and this will help you to get started quickly on your new React app, right? And if you see, it's been more than 20-30 seconds and it's still running, right? Which is pretty quite boring for anyone who is like, we need speed, right? We all in development lifecycle, we need speed. Basically, that's what defines us. How do we bring up the best softwares, right? So it's still running and it's quite slow also. So okay, so this is still running and running. Yeah. So let's see how much time does it takes. We will, and now what we are seeing is like the slowness that I think everybody in the React community were quite bored of, and they were like, we need something faster, right? We have already have everything faster available. Why can't we have something here? So it's compiled now. So you see how much amount of time does it took, and now it's fine, officially compiled, right? So let me do one thing more. I will open a new tab. Oh, why a new tab? I can just open this in my um, code editor. Okay, and you will also see like amount of time this basically takes to compile for us, and right, amount of time it takes basically to compile and show us the output as well. So here I have side by side mode, and if you go to the source folder over here, let's go to index.js. Okay, and reflect on this. So let's suppose I have eat and run, right? So we had, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's still running. Did it take the changes? It's still running. If you see, the speed is still slow and it reloaded now. Okay, let's do one more time. Yeah, so sleep and run. Now it's taking the changes, but there is a change this task remaining. Let's see, does it really comes up? Okay, no. Okay, I'll try to change this message. What needs to be done, right? Inside form.js. Okay, what needs to be done to make this app faster, right? What needs to be done to make this app faster, right? And I just saved it. Okay, and let's see, did it. Okay, now if you see, there is a slight amount of difference, like when you're using Webpack, right? It's a bit slower, which we don't expect in a production grade software, not production grade, but at least in a amount of developer productivity, right? So the next thing what I'm going to do, this is my React app. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to convert it to a ESBuild. Okay, so first of all, ESBuild, you need to change some dependencies, right? You need to add dependencies basically in your package.json, right? So I will remove all of them, and basically in my dependencies, instead of React scripts, I'm going to add ESBuild. Okay, so I have a already application which is already converted, and I'm going to take this as a reference right now for me. So if you see, in this I am using already, I've defined a file which is a builder.js that basically contains the ESBuild scripts, right? And I have some name dependencies that basically do the end work for me. So what I'm going to do right now, first foremost is like I need to have the same dependency, which is my ESBuild dependencies over here. Okay, I'll just copy it and go to my second app over there. Okay, remove this, we don't need React script now. Okay, and I will take ESBuild. Okay, and the next thing what I'm going to do is go to this and install fs extra. This is something required for file related operations which ESBuild uses, and so we need it over here. Okay, and next thing, okay, next thing is something we I think we are quite good right now, so we need only do these things and the scripts, right? So if you see the scripts, all of the scripts use something called as builder.js. So we are going to use the builder.js, which is like a ES build script that basically bundles your applications, okay, and tells the port number and everything. So I'm just going to copy the scripts, everything over here, and going to copy and remove all this React script, because now we are not going to use React scripts. We are going to use something like this. So I don't need a pre-commit. I don't care about it. I don't need a lint. I need only two things, start and build. So in the start, we have a builder.js. In build, we have a builder.js. So what is builder.js? Okay, first of all, before this, let me go ahead and create a file, builder.js. Okay, and I'm going to take this content from here. Okay, and so this reiterate what basically it has. Okay, it has three things. If you see closely, it has defined something like this. So we have server params, build params. Okay, server params are basically required when you're trying to run your application in a live server, right? You are running your application in a live server and it needs to see the changes that's happening. So we also need to have a live server as well as the dependencies. So guys, this is something I just ignored also. Let me just get this in our dependencies. Okay, so what this builder.js does, okay, so we have something, let's go with the build params and then we'll go server params. Okay, so build params basically tells I have to build your application, so from where I should basically start. So it says that go ahead, this is the entry point, source slash index.js, source slash index.js over here, loader, we are using JS files or JSX, so we have defined, okay, I need a .js or .jsx files. For this, we are not supporting TypeScript. I will do a TypeScript in some other video. Output directory, it says, okay, you generate all your bundler and put them in a dist folder, right? And we have some different more configurations. You have to do bundle, yes. Source map, yes. Log level error, incremental, true, and format CGS. Use a common JavaScript. Okay. Now the server params basically tells you that on what port number you want to run, what's the root directory, why it dist, because we define over here, right? And open true, basically it says if you want to load your browser by default or not whenever there are changes basically. Okay, and you come to now this one, what it basically does, it generates all your directory basically in a typical React application uses public folder, Here we are not going to use, we are going to copy all the content from public to the dist folder, and we are going to run from there, right? And we are going to basically rebuild whenever there are some changes, right? Just to demonstrate a live server application. Okay, so I have everything. I think it should be good. So let me stop the server. Okay, and do npm install. So what it is going to do, it's going to read the new configurations which I added for this ES build, right? I added something ES build force file and live server, basically to support our React application. So let this build, and then we will it will take some time to basically build this, basically download the dependencies of this application. npm installs are also quite slower, and I think this is the time we need some really out of the box tool. Yarn is pretty fast, but the problem is downloading all the dependencies from the um internet server, right? Which makes things quite slower when you have some small chunks being transferred on the internet, right? So yeah, I think it's happening. Okay, okay, so sometimes it's quite slow, sometimes it's fast. npm is their own world. So yeah, after all, these are some softwares, right? So it should be quite faster in the coming future years. So let's see how does it come forwards, right? Says that okay, I'm trying to download something from this npm registry. Okay, this is done. Awesome. So now it downloaded everything for us. Let's do npm start. There's node builder.js. Should use ES builds. Okay, so it should be ready. Okay. Okay.